So on the screen, this guy here is Alex. I'm going to read a story and I just want you to listen. Just listen, then after that, you are going to have a chance to read it and we'll learn about Alex. Okay, so I'm going to read the story about Alex now. And Alex, you can see on the screen. This is Alex, a boy who lives in London. He goes to school every day and enjoys learning new things. In the morning, he wakes up early, eats breakfast, and gets ready for the day. After school, he plays football with his friends in the park. In the evening, he helps his mum with chores and does his homework. Sometimes he watches movies or reads books before going to bed. Alex loves living in London because it has many interesting places to visit, like museums and parks. Okay, so that was me reading about Alex. I'm going to show you that on the screen, and I just want you to read it. I just want you to read it. I'm going to talk over the top so you can turn my volume down if you want to concentrate. I know you don't always want to hear my beautiful voice. So yeah, just read this. This is what I read to you. So anybody that's just joining the lesson, just read what you see on the screen. And if it's distracting me talking over the top, just turn it down. I'm just going to talk to people that arrive. So just read the story about Alex, who is in the picture on the screen. Okay, we've got 11 people now. And remember, we have the chat function so we can communicate to each other. Okay, just 30 more seconds to finish reading this exercise. And then we're going to analyze it. So if you've just joined, just read this on the screen. Okay, so why are we learning about Alex today? He does live in London, so he's got quite a busy life. Let's have a look. Who can tell me? So please put your answer into the chat. What are we studying today? We have a boy who lives. We have he goes to school and enjoys. He wakes up early, eats breakfast and gets ready. Which tense is this? What are we studying today? Hey Dennis, great to see you. What are we studying today? He walks. He plays. Who lives? Which tense are we studying here? Let me know if you know the answer. Put it into the chat. Which tense is this? Who lives? He goes. He wakes. Eats. Gets. Let me know in the chat if you know what tense this is. And we can see in the bottom part of the screen we have subject plus V1 or V1S. Subject don't or doesn't plus V1, or do does plus subject plus V1. What is this? Which tense are we studying here? We're talking about something that happens permanently. So today we are looking at present simple. It's Khadija, it is present simple. So let's have a look at some of the present simple uses. We use it for facts or truths. Cows eat grass. We use it for routines. I play football every Saturday. We can also use it for habits or repeated actions. I wake up at 7 a.m. maybe every day or every weekend. We can use it for something that is permanent. I live in London. And the last thing we can use for schedules. The bus leaves at 4 p.m. Remember, I forgot to say this at the start, if you want to get a screenshot, take a photo of anything you see on the screen, use a pen and piece of paper to make notes. So yeah, if you want to make notes, pen and piece of paper. If you want to take a screenshot or a photo, anything you see on the screen, it's okay. So we had a couple of correct answers in the chat. Yes, it is present simple. Okay, so yeah, facts or truths, routines, habits, repeated actions, something that is permanent, and schedules. The structures are as follows. So I read them earlier, but present simple positive is subject plus V1 or V1S. Present simple negative is subject plus don't or doesn't plus V1. And present simple question is do or does plus subject plus V1. You can see some of the time phrases on the screen there. We have always, every day, week, month, year, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, on weekends, in the morning, afternoon, evening, at night, and once a month, once a week, once a year. So if you want to, yes, please take a screenshot of this. We have our structures for present simple and we have our time phrases. So now we know, we've seen how we use it when we learn about Alex. We have the uses, we have the structures, and we have the time phrases. Okay, just 10 seconds, last 10 seconds to take a screenshot on the screen. I'm going to go on and let's do a little exercise. So we have a fill in the blank. There's 6 questions here. All I want you to do is, if you want to, you can put this in the chat or you can write it down on your pen or piece of paper. We have 6 questions and I want you just to fill in the blank with present simple. So I'll do number 1 for you. I to school every day. I go to school every day. Subject, and it's I, so we use V1, not V1S. So put the answers, if you know any of the answers, put them in the chat or you can just write them down. You can see that the structures are in the corner of the screen as well, so you can use them. When do we use V1 and when do we use V1S? I, you, we, they, V1S, V1. So I go, you go, we go, they go. When do we use V1S? He, she, it. He goes, she goes, it goes. Okay, so we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll just fill in the blanks. You can say it into the chat or you can just write it down on your piece of paper. And remember, when you're doing these exercises, just turn me down so you don't hear my beautiful voice distracting you. All right, let's take a look at the answers and you can compare with what you got. All right, so here's our answers. Maybe you got all of them right. If you made a mistake, it's okay. Remember, mistakes are a learning opportunity. Number 1, I go to school every day. Number 2, my sister lives in New York. Number 3, they play soccer on weekends. Number 4, she studies English in the evening. Number 5, we have dinner at 7 o'clock. Number 6, the sun rises in the morning. So let me know how many you got right. You can pop it in the chat. It doesn't matter if you just got 1 right. It's okay. Mistakes are a learning opportunity and that's what we're here to do. So just let me know how many you got in the chat. And if you want to, you can take a screenshot so you have these answers and you can look at them after the lesson. It's quiz time. Now, today I wanted to focus on countries. So we're going to do a little quiz. I'm going to ask a question and it's going to be multiple choice questions. And you can just write the answer in the chat. Let me know what you think. Okay, Khadija, 3 mistakes, that's okay. Remember, mistakes are a learning opportunity, but great stuff for trying and great stuff for letting me know in the chat. All right, let's do this quiz. So it's based around countries. I wanted to focus on countries and geographies a little bit. And this quiz is there. It focuses on that basically. So I achieved my goals for today. All right, question number 1. What is the capital city of the United States of America? What is the capital city of the United States of America? Is it A, Washington, B, New York, C, Los Angeles, or D, Chicago? I'll put these into the chat actually, so we've got them. What is the capital city of the United States of America? Is it A, Washington, B, New York, C, Los Angeles, or D, Chicago? Write your answer into the chat. Khadija said Washington. Okay, we've got our first answer in. Anybody else, if you think you know the answer, just type it into the chat. What is the capital city of the United States of America? Khadija. We'll see. Okay, so yes, Washington is the correct answer. Question 2. Which country is known for the Eiffel Tower? Which country is known for the Eiffel Tower? Is it A, Germany? Is it B, France? Is it C, Spain? Or is it D, Italy? Which country is known for the Eiffel Tower? Is it A, Germany, B, France, C, Spain, or D, Italy? Let's see what we get there. Which country is known for the Eiffel Tower? I'm just going to put this into the chat so people can read it. 1 second. Okay, which country is known for the Eiffel Tower? A, Germany, B, France, C, Spain, D, Italy. Mara, good stuff. You got it correct. It is France. Let's go question 3. I'm going to do what is the official language of Brazil? What is the official language of Brazil? Is it A, Spanish, B, Portuguese, C, French, or D, English? What is the official language of Brazil? I'm going to put this into the chat again. What is the official language of Brazil? Is it A, Spanish, B, Portuguese, C, French, or D, English? Is it English? Don't think so. What is the official language of Brazil? Spanish, Portuguese, French, or English? Khadija's gone for Portuguese. Okay. Dennis or Kanako, do you want to have a guess? I'm pretty sure it's not English. Okay, yeah, correct spelling, Khadija, nice. Okay, yes, the correct answer is Portugal, or Portuguese, sorry. Yes, the correct answer is Portuguese. Let's go on, I think we'll do two more questions. Which country is famous for the Sydney Opera House? Which country is famous for the Sydney Opera House? Is it A, Australia? Is it B, Canada? Is it C, India? Or D, China? Which country is famous for the Sydney Opera House? A, Australia, B, Canada, C, India, or D, China? Let's put this into the chat for everyone. Dennis, it's not English. All right. Which country is famous for the Sydney Opera House? A, Australia, B, Canada, C, India, or D, China? So we're just waiting for the correct answers. This is the fourth question. from our quiz. Where is the Sydney Opera House? Do not know. Khadija said Australia. Let's see if Dennis is going to come in with an answer. A. Kanako's got A. Okay, yes, obviously it's Australia. Let's do one more question and then we'll move on. Which country is famous for the Taj Mahal? Which country is famous for the Taj Mahal? India, A. India, B. Egypt, C. Greece, or D. Japan? Which country is famous for the Taj Mahal? Is it A. India, B. Egypt, C. Greece, or D. Japan? I've never been here. Lyra, my wife's been there actually twice. Once for a wedding. But yeah, I've never been here. But I know the correct answer. And if anyone's been there, you can let me know in the chat. Khadija said India. Okay. So just see what Dennis and Kanako say. Maybe it's called this in all languages. I don't think this is just specific to English. Okay, yes, of course it is India. Okay, not bad. So I think everybody managed to get 5 out of 5. Maybe we could start a pub quiz team and win a little bit of money. Let's see. Okay, as usual, so let's just recap what we've done so far. We've done present simple, and we focused on the uses, the structures, and the time phrases. So if you didn't get a screenshot of those, just send me a message on Instagram and I will send you the screenshots. But yeah, get a screenshot of those structures, uses, and time phrases. If you didn't get them, just message me. Okay, it's word of the day. What is today's word of the day? Here is Captain Kirk from Star Trek. I'm more of a Star Wars fan, to be honest. But the word of the day is curious. So curious is an adjective. Having a strong desire to know or learn something. So word of the day is curious. It's an adjective. And having a strong desire to know or learn something. Example, Sarah is a curious student who always asks questions and wants to learn something new. One more time, Sarah is a curious student who always asks questions and always wants to learn something new. Again, that example uses present simple actually. I didn't plan that, that just happened really nicely. Okay, to test our knowledge of this, which picture or which person is curious about what they are learning in the lesson? Put the answer into the chat. Which person is curious about what they are learning in the lesson? Is it A or is it B? I can see the two students. They're both in class, but one of them is curious. Which one is curious? Is it A or is it B? A is asleep, but B looks happy to be learning. Dennis has come in with an answer. Okay, we've got two answers. Which person is curious about what they're learning in the lesson? Of course, it is B. Which person is curious? I think we all recognise who that picture is in A. Obviously, it's Sherlock Holmes. Which person is curious? Is it A or B? Diana's come in with A, if we're talking about the Sherlock one. Which person is curious? Is it Sherlock or is it the person who's just like this? Sherlock looks like he's trying to find something new and he wants to learn something. Dennis has got A, Kanako's got A, Diana's got A. Person in B, they don't look like they really care. We'd say they are indifferent. Okay, I know it's only a short one. I'm still building these up, and as we go, these will get maybe slightly bigger. But I think at the moment, these are a good size. Good stuff, Khadija, another correct answer. Let's do a quick recap. So we looked at present simple. We looked at present simple, and we learnt about the guy living in London. We had the uses, the structures, and the time phrases. When learning the tenses, is always really helpful to know the time phrases. Present simple time phrases: always, often, sometimes, rarely, seldom, never, every day, every week, every month, every year, once a day, once a week, once a month, once a year. And remember our uses of present simple. We use it for habits, we can use it for repeated actions, we can use it for something that's permanent, and we can use it for schedules. I don't think I said schedules already. So yeah, we can use it like that. And then after we did that, we had the quiz. I think everyone got 5 out of 5. Maybe next time I'm going to have to make it a little bit harder for you guys. And then after we did the quiz, we had our word of the day, which was curious. So think about the word curious, write it down. All of you are curious because you wouldn't be here watching this and trying to learn English if you weren't curious. It's great. So yeah, just think of ways that you can use the word curious. Write down on a piece of paper, I met a man who was very curious. He wanted to learn lots of things. And just write 10 different sentences using the word curious. Finally, I want to say thank you. So this is something I've only been doing for 3 weeks. And we've already got 3 or 4 regular people, maybe more, that come every week. So thank you very much. I'm trying to build this community on YouTube, and it's really happy. Like Kanako, Dennis, Khadija, I've seen you there a few times, so thank you very much. Thank you to Deanna, and I hope I'm saying it right, but Fatle or Patle. Yes, so thank you very much. Just check, we've got time for a few questions. Anyone got any questions they want to ask about anything we studied today? I usually say that in my individual or private lessons, and people are like, nah. But if you want any questions about present simple, about the word curious, about the quiz, I'm happy to answer them. If not, it's okay. There will be another lesson at 2 o'clock next week at the same place. So if you haven't already subscribed, you'll get a notification about it. But I'll post a story about it on Sunday to remind everybody on Instagram. Okay, I think there's going to be no questions. If you do have a question, or if you do want the screenshots, just message me on Instagram. I'm happy to respond. Sometimes it takes me a few days to respond because I have so many followers and so many messages coming in, but I try to get through all of them. All right, I think that's it. No one's posted any questions. Thank you very much, Khadija. Thank you very much for coming. Yes, okay, all right, let's finish. So remember, same time next week, 2 o'clock UK time on YouTube. Thank you very much. All right, see you later.